Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Cheval Taipan, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is our second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 156 votes. You can vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in Will It Off-Road by clicking on the link in the description down below. And as we set off, we have a comment from Sparing Donkey. Yeah. The guy who does this week after week should be in first place, and Sven cheated. But I'm glad that you dig the off-road of the races. We will be doing that, like I said last week, about every 4 to 5 weeks, every 4 to 6 weeks. And what we'll do is either based on comments that are on the Will It Off-Road videos themselves, or if there aren't any that really are like, hey, I'd really like to see this particular car race, then we'll base it off of just whatever we want. Maybe the best vehicles, the worst vehicles, or just, what we felt like were some of the more fun vehicles from the past 4 or 5 weeks. So, oh, nice, took that hiker out and like smushed her in the head. So I think that'll be kind of a good way to do it, though, is to just have that variety. We'll have regular Will It Off-Road, then we'll race a couple of the vehicles that you've seen over the past couple weeks, and then we'll start again and just kind of go through that cycle. Of course, I still have 2 Will It Off-Road in the Snow videos that were recorded when we had snow. So we may run one of those midsummer, and then I'll hold on to the other one until right before the snow falls in GTA Online again, just like I did last year in December, to remind everybody that, hey, this is a thing that we do. Provided GTA is still around in December, it'll be 7 years old next Christmas. Oh, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm sure it will be. Rockstar makes too much money off of this. Like, I really don't think GTA Online's going away until the next GTA Online's ready. They just make too much cash off of it. I can't really see it happening whatsoever. So anyways, the Taipan was the most voted for vehicle this week. And it actually was before I reset the votes. We recorded this vehicle well, by the time this video goes live, 2 months ago. In fact, like 2 months and a day ago. And I reset the votes on January 1st. We recorded this on December 2nd. So this is the old voting. What you'll see next week will be new voting. And what we recorded yesterday, so much fun. Can't wait for you guys to see that. It hasn't even happened yet, but I know what they already are. With the Taipan, I kind of was surprised by the number of votes. I think Donkey voted for it, honestly. But it has made it up the mountain. 2 minutes, 43 seconds. So will the Cheval Taipan off-road? Yeah, sure, why not? Let me do a little 3 minutes, so that's good. And watch this, 10 seconds that I sit here from this side shot, and Rocket manages to not get a monster truck up the entire time. It took him like 30 more seconds. So, yeah, the monster truck guys definitely are taking advantage of their size. The Taipan did really well coming up the mountain. I mean, it was pretty issue-free. Coming back down, though, I do have a traffic jam of Marshalls and I always forget the name of the car. Even though I own one and I really like it, and you're all yelling at me right now, Brandon, it's the, and you're right, it is the, but I can't think of it. Picador, there it is. Thought of it. Anyway, so that time for the Taipan, I don't know, makes it number 7 out of 37 supercars. So not a bad, oh, wow, almost got splatted by Sven. Not a bad showing at all. 27th overall out of 260, so not quite the top 10% of all vehicles that have been tested, but still not a bad time. Came in half a second slower than the Entity XF, but a half a second faster than the XA21. So fun facts there. Normally I write this stuff down every week on a note card, my note card, and half the time I forget it. It's like sitting right here on my desk in front of me. I've got this black desk with a giant black mouse pad. There's a bright white 3x5 index card, and yet I always forget to read it. Oh well. But I enjoyed taking the Taipan up and down, and I like the Taipan. I don't really drive it all that often though, because of the weird handling flag issue. It should be better than it is, but I like the look of the car. Unlike some people, I even like the look of the offset license plate. Not going to name any Commander Hobo names, but there are some people out there who don't like the look of the license plate being offset. It doesn't bother me any. Doing really well for the most part coming back down, though there I had too much speed and kind of overcooked it, so I guess I got a little overconfident. But coming around the last little bit of dirt, almost all we actually just barely clipped the tree of mini crashes. I really need to name like everything on this road, or this path. Like there's the log of doom. We have the tree of many crashes, but that's all we've really named. And I think just things need different names. Like that could be the corner of understeer, because if you understeer, you go off. But we're 2 minutes 37 seconds down for our controlled descent. So there we go. We wanted to wait on this because this is incredible. Yeah, Schmidt just knocked Commander right off the thing. It was worth the wait. And we're back at the top of Mount Chiliad, where we're going to fling this supercar off the side of the mountain. Not a bad landing initially. I think things go south from there, though. No, second landing was too bad. Spinning a lot. Still on my wheels, though. Yeah, that's where you want to be. I do have, yeah, people closing in on me in picadors and in their marshals. Though, at least, you know, I got to give it to the guys this week. Theming is spot on. I mean, 2 picadors, 2 marshals. I mean, they're basically all 4 in the essential same vehicle. Just 2 of them have been converted into monster trucks. So I thought that was kind of awesome. And then I'm in this one. I mean, you don't have a lot to choose from with Cheval. It's a supercar, the electric car, the average sedan, the muscle car that's all-wheel drive, or the monster truck. I mean, that's it. I wouldn't mind seeing more Chevals. Surprisingly, as long as I stayed stuck there, I didn't see anybody else for a minute. And they must have been having their own melee behind. Got a little tripped up on the boulder. Having trouble getting turned around. Though the back end is getting kind of smushed in. Oh, there's somebody. I don't know who it was. Oh, it was Rocky. He gave me a little love tap, apparently. Now Sven's gonna, rip my door off. I swear. First he cheats in races, then he rips my doors off. Actually, it's the other way around, considering how I recorded these, but, you know, whatever. As I, like, scratch my beard, you can hear it in the background. Just itch. Deal with it. Yeah, it's kind of beat up and kind of smushed to one side. Like, you can see the back end now kind of angles over to the left. Kind of peculiar. For a car that doesn't have much of a damage model, it's actually showing a fair bit of damage. So nifty. Coming up to our last little jump. One of these days I will clear over that wood pile, but not today. And we are down 2 minutes, 4 seconds. So let's take a look at the damage on the Taipan. Headlights, 1 taillight, right door, bent wheels, and body damage. That back left wheel is really nasty, by the way. That thing is really smushed in. There's a bit of a wrestling match for position for the support vehicle shot here. This is how it kind of ended up, sort of. Same thing from the rear. Sven then ran me over seconds later after this and killed me. But that is going to bring us to our next vehicle. One that I've wanted to test for a very long time. The Vapid Sadler. Number 1 votes this week with 159 votes. So please, again, go vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in upcoming Rule It Off-Road videos. Right now, it's like one person that's just spamming a bunch of votes to get the number high. I know that for a fact because they've told me so. And Kippy, you know what? Even though you messed up, you are still a welcome addition, especially when you smacked that sign. And I can't wait to do the next race. It was a lot of fun. And I've made improvements to the race. It is now even more stunterific. Not with actual stunts, but stunt props. Though I need to edit one of them before we record because it didn't turn out the way I wanted. But anyway, go vote, guys. Like, it helps. That way I know we're doing the vehicles you want to see. I mean, I can just randomly pick stuff from the list all day long, but when you guys vote, I know it's the ones you wanted to see. Plus, now that your votes will also be indirectly influencing Will It Off-Road at the races, you're basically having a chance to possibly influence 2 different videos, and that's 2 different hikers that I took out by smushing them on the skull. And I saw her head go pop, like I saw the blood come out of it. It was pretty gross. Of course, if you're not playing Will It Off-Road Bingo, well, what are you doing with your life? Scroll down to the description down below. Click on that Will It Off-Road Bingo link. Then click a generate card. I almost got that sentence right. Click on generate card and then play along. When something happens in the video, it's on your card. You click it with your mouse or your finger, whatever device you may be using. And if you score bingo, then in the comments down below, you type in bingo. And don't forget that if you play on PC and you're a member of the Vainglorious Discord server, you can join us every Sunday afternoon when we record the Will It Off-Road videos. Those are really the only 2 requirements, and we'd love to have you along. The more people that we have, the better. It's a lot of fun. We always have a lot of fun. And if you're a channel supporter, you get to hear that fun, because the channel supporter version of this video that I upload on Sunday, a day early, not only gives them results the day earlier, but it also includes our banter from Discord. It's always slightly longer of a video because I include our drive backup for the damage descent and any other fun shenanigans that happen, but it's a lot of fun. And I enjoy doing the behind-the-scenes videos. And you can get those by either becoming a YouTube member, a Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon supporter. All that information is in the description down below as well. And the Sadler is doing fine. The Sadler is not a fast truck. It's not in the off-roads class either. It's in utility, which if you own one of them, you can race at utility races. So everybody's like, ha ha ha, we're going to do a golf cart race. You're like, sure, let's do a golf cart race. And then you pick your Sadler and then get like 10 times faster laps than everybody else. Sadly, the problem with the Sadler is even though it has a lot of torque, the tires do not have the grip to back it up. So I spun out, or my wheels spun trying to climb this a second ago. So I had to get some speed to carry the momentum forward. But we are finally up 3 minutes, 10 seconds. So will the Vapid Sadler off-road? Yeah, if it would have been for that poor showing on that last little climb, it would have even been under 3 minutes. But it's still capable off-road, and it does okay in water, and it has a Dutchman jumping on the hood for randomness. But yeah, that's why I have the license plate of futility on here, because it's multiple meanings. Yeah, obviously utility, since it's a utility vehicle, but futility because if I race mine and I race mine and you're just in a golf cart, it's futile. You're not gonna win. But then there's also the F utility, you know. Yeah, so multiple meanings. And yes, I wasted $100 grand in game just to have that license plate. I've had it forever, like back since Xbox 360 days. I've had this truck since then too. It transferred over from 360 with me, back when the character transfer thing from old gen to new gen was still a thing, before everybody started abusing it and Rockstar had to shut it down. But I like the Sadler a lot. I've always liked the Sadler. I like the simple looks of it. I like that you can get the different variations of it, and of course, you don't really get to choose when you buy it. Like, can you even buy the Sadler? I'm not sure the answer to that question. But if you just drive around when they're spawning, you can pick which one you want. Either the one with the bed cover, the one with the light bar like I have, or the one with the bull bar. Apparently, there used to be a 4th one that had all 3, but I think that was an old gen only thing. And so you can't have that one. Oh, there's also the one with the like the work truck box on the back. I forgot about that one. And of course, in old gen, the light bar and the work box all fell out of the truck the first time it took the tiniest bit of damage. But not on new gen. They are securely bolted down and they never fall out. Gotta be careful on the run down because the Sadler doesn't have the best brakes. And it doesn't have the best anything. Given the class it has to compete in, it doesn't really need it. You can kind of just casually drive around and still want to race against everything else in the class. But I am kind of taking my time. Everybody else, you'll notice, is pretty far behind me because they were... Whoops. I said take my time, then I gun it and go on 2 wheels and hit a tree. But yeah, they were all struggling coming back down the mountain. Many of them fell off. because they all thought they'd be cool and just back off it from the top instead of following me around the observation deck. And yeah, kind of bit him in the ass. You can see somebody's over there on the wrong side of the mountain, it looks like. So I am well ahead. Just have one person right behind me. I don't really know who it is, honestly. I don't remember what color each person was in their respective org. And I don't ever bother looking behind me in World Off-Road, so who knows? Oh, a bit of oversteer there with a nice bit of drift. And we're down. Oh, it's Finn. In 2 minutes, 48 seconds. So we're going to go back to the top of Mount Chiliad. By the way, that Field Master that you saw there, yeah, Sven stole it and tried to drive it up. Spoilers, didn't make it. So if ever you get the idea, hey, let's do the Field Master, it's not going to make it up the mountain. It gets about a quarter of the way up, and then it can't navigate that one really sharp turn. That's right before the first steep incline, the really steep one. It just can't navigate it. It loses too much speed taking the turn, and that starts going uphill enough that it never got over it. So he had to wind up getting a ride from somebody, which is why you don't see 3 vehicles coming down, but yet you'll still see his vehicle in the support shot. So he kind of cheated. He's like, oh, I'll just take this. And by the way, at the end, it's kind of a weird outro. I got the order of the vehicles that we were going to be recording them in backwards, so I didn't sit in the car or the truck long enough to get the outro footage. So deal with it. Anyways, we got a bit of an engine rattle going on in the Sadler, which happens a lot in this truck. You take just a couple front end hits and the engine starts rattling. So I'm not surprised. It doesn't look like there's any smoke coming out from underneath the hood though, so I think it'll be okay. Though if I keep hitting stuff like that, it might not be okay. But man, this truck, I love the cars with damaged models because it just shows the abuse it's really taken. So we are down 1 minute, 27 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on this Sadler. And of course, most of the windows, all the lights, most of the doors and the rear bumper are all gone. The wheels, especially that front left one, are bent. There's severe body damage, and there is engine damage as Commander Hobo and Schvan shove somebody out of the way. There's our support vehicles, and that is going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Be sure to play Will It Off-Road Bingo. Come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server, and go vote for the vehicles you want to see featured in upcoming Will It Off-Road videos. And yes, this is how I get the support vehicle truck. You can see Schvan over there cheating and getting his vehicle where he left it when he stole the Fuel Master. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.